I can't see anything. So, how many of you are game developers? Okay, so I think you will like what I will show. I just checked outside how many slides I have in my presentation. It's 65, so I will jump on every slide on every 20 seconds I will jump to another slide. So because I save the best for last. If you have pictures, if you want to take pictures and you miss a slide, just comment. So I won't introduce myself. I will introduce the whole company because this is the first time. Someone from our company, Imperia Online, is here in Canada. Basically, first time in North America. We came from Sofia, which is the capital of Eastern Europe, really far away from here. This is our office. We also have a trade office in London. Two things are, I can't see my slide here, down there. Can you put it? Three things actually describe our company the best. We're self-sustaining from day one. We never took investments, and we are independent and flexible. This is my colleagues. Right now we are 185 employees, and 70% of them are in development. So we are a company that have maybe one of the biggest R&D departments. So this is our company timeline. We start in 2005. A lot of stuff going on, but I won't stop here because the time is so short. A lot of new platforms for us: Steam, Apple TV, Xbox. I will show you how we did this trick in 2011, and from 1.4 million we jumped to 4.6 million in the revenue, and how we doubled the company in its size. This is the awards that we get for our success. In 2014, Deloitte gave us the Rising Star Award for the 4th place and put us on 4th place in Central Europe for revenue growth of 498%. In 2015, we were in the overall classification of the companies in Central Europe, so we took the 14th place with the revenue growth of 592%. Now it's perfect. What you do when you have so many cash in your hands and you need to grow? Of course, we open an academy for developers. This is our first company spin-off and one of the biggest academies in my country. 200 students graduated every year, and they study in our academy for free. The second one is when you have access to the brightest talents in the business, and when you teach them with your know-how of 10 years, the things that you do is opening an outsourced service. So right now our company has a second spin-off that is taking care of all the projects that other companies want to do for them. This is our game portfolio. It's really colorful. More than 20 titles, from casual games to hardcore MMO strategy, multiplayer, single player, different platforms. I won't stop here. This is the last game that we made. It's a co-production with the Viber, one of the biggest chat applications in South Europe, MENA region, and it's also popular in the United States. So we did this MMO for them. This is our all-star game, Imperia Online. We actually named the company to this title. It's a cross-platform medieval MMO. You can find it on whatever platform you've checked. It has 30 million registered users, and we are on more than 30 social networks from Russia to Brazil. So the one thing that makes our company different than the other that do the same thing is that we really like diversity. So every title that we produce is localized on 30 languages, including Japanese and Chinese, Hebrew, and some unpopular languages. Not only this, but we actually localize the whole content of the game. This is how the game looks like in Europe. This is how the game looks like in Russia for 9 months. And this is how the game looks like in MENA region. So this is something that we are really good at it, but actually what we do best is think irrationally. So I will give you some examples how we started and what is the whole idea behind this. Everything started with this book, Predictably Irrational, The Hidden Forces That Shape Our Decision. The author is Dan Ariely. It's a Duke University professor for psychology and behavior economics. My personal advice is check his books, his TED Talks. Everything that I'm going to tell you today is taken directly from his theory. So, I will try to summarize it in one sentence. The idea is that we are not perfect. Our brain cannot make decisions if there is 2 or 3 things to compare, and basically people are really easy to fool, and we can say stupid. So let's start with an optical illusions. I want you to think about vision as a metaphor for something, for rationality, for something real. So this is one of my favorites, optical illusions. I hope you all like to see them. So what colors are the 2 blocks? If I ask now, you will say the A is dark, the B is light. But if I remove the surrounding content, you can see that A and B are identical. I will do it again. So take a look at now. Now they're again identical. Yes, they are identical. This is the number of the color code, so you can check it later. The thing is that you didn't learn anything. Your brain didn't learn anything. I didn't learn anything. There is no possible way to unsee this illusion. Your brain is fooling you in a consistent, predictable way. So the key here is to know that our brain is fooling us and to go one step in front. So this is 3 things that describe vision. So and help us to understand that we are not perfect. So vision is the thing that we use a really big part of our brains for it. We do vision more time of the day, and we are evolutionarily designed to do vision. So the key question here is, if we do such a simple mistakes in vision, do you think that we are perfect in taking financial decisions? Because we don't have a special brain for the special part of the brain for financial decisions. We don't make much financial decisions, our daily routine, and of course we are not evolutionarily designed to make decisions, financial decisions. So the good thing about optical illusion is that it's easy to demonstrate. You have something that fools us, like the surrounding elements of those two blocks, but when you remove, it's easy to show that this is actually an illusion and you have mistakes. Talking about cognitive illusion or decision-making illusions, they're really hard to demonstrate, but they exist. So let me tell you something. Imagine if I offer you a weekend in Rome, all-inclusive, everything paid, transport, food, tickets for theater and art, or I offer you a weekend in Paris. Everything, again, all-inclusive, everything paid, transportation, food, everything. So weekend in Rome and weekend in Paris, this is two things that is really difficult to decide where to go. But what about if we have a third option? For example, weekend in Rome, all-inclusive, weekend in Paris, all-inclusive, or having your car stolen. Yeah, so this doesn't change, this doesn't help in the situation. But what if we put an option that is more relevant to what we want you to choose? So if we put an options like weekend in Rome, but without breakfast. So you need to pay only for your breakfast. Everything is all-inclusive, transportation, tickets, everything. So it happens that in this case, let me check the next slide. It happens that in this case, people are start liking weekend in Rome all-inclusive because they can compare it with the third options that we have. And this is not all. The offer to Rome, it's more superior even to the offer for 1 weekend in Paris. So this is the result that the guys from the Duke University received. So 70 to 75% of the people are choosing weekend in Rome option. So 25 to 30% are choosing weekend to Paris. In this case, the middle option that nobody chose was the decoy, just to manipulate you to choose the weekend in Rome. So this is another example. This is advertisement for yearly subscription for the Economist magazine. 1 year subscription for $59, only web access. 1 year subscription to the print edition, only print for $125. Or you can have both for $125. So this looks really confusing. So our friend Dan Arley just run this advertising to 100 students in MIT. And this is the result. So 85% of them are choosing the combo option. Nobody was choose the middle one. And 60% was choose the web access. So if you have an option that nobody wants, like the middle one, and remove it, yeah, if you have an option that nobody wants, you can freely remove it and nothing's going to change. But let's see if we present this offer to another 100 students, what's changed? So this time, the least popular became the most popular, and the most popular became the least popular. So in this case, the middle option wasn't useless in the sense that nobody wanted. The middle option was put there just to put you in your head a price anchor that the print copy cost 125. So in this case, the middle option was, as I wanted to say, the decoy option. The effect of the decoy option is 43% increase of the revenue. So after we checked this theory and after we saw these examples, we actually decided to change our payment page and to start making money out of it. This was our basic payment screen. It looks like everybody else. 5 euro, 10 euro, 20, 40, 100, 200, 400 euro. Yeah, it's normal. We are talking about hardcore MMO games, so 400 euro is something that people are often buying. So in the first packages there are no bonuses. In the third package there are only resource bonus. Then from fourth to the end you have like 10, 20, 30, 40%. This looks perfectly set screen. So, but we wanted to force people to choose the screen that we want. So we put labels. What was the effect of these labels? So of course, best offer is the more expensive, and we wanted to put the 40 euro label most popular. This is our own decision. It's fake, of course. Yeah. It's normal to do fake stuff on this screen. So this was the result. 11% increase in the revenue. So we weren't happy about it, and we decided to create our first irrational offer. But how to create a decoy offer when people are used to see all the 6 options that they have? So we decided to keep the first 4 and to double the resources, to double the diamonds in the last one, but to keep the same price. The effect? 355% increase according to the base screen that I showed in the beginning. So 2 things. We didn't have enough space, so we remove the 400 euro option, and we start questioning: are we losing money from removing this option because we have 2 for 200? And we decided to do this. We became greedy. So we removed the 40 euro option and we put 100, 200 and 400 as a decoy. So now for 400 euros you have two caskets and again double the diamonds. It looks perfect, right? The result wasn't so good because the amount of money, like 400 euro, is something big, and people weren't able to buy it so often as 200 euro. There was countries with transaction limits and so on, so this was the result. But the worst thing wasn't this. The worst thing was that we had an inflation in our hard currency because we were on constant promotion. We were selling our diamonds basically on half price because we multiplied the diamonds, multiplied the resources, everything. So it was really bad. After the first month, the results was really bad and all the statistics wasn't working anymore. So how we fix it? The only difference is the 2 caskets that we gave in this offer. We gave the same amount of virtual currency, of hard currency, as the previous one. So the only difference was here. Is it working? Yes. Again, 310% revenue increase versus base. Can I borrow 5 minutes? So we decided again to find a way to put the biggest price in the screen. So we created dynamic screens. So every player sees a different screen. So if you're a whale and if you spend already 200 in the game, we remove the 40 and you see the irrational offer, the decoy offer as we call it, for 400 euro. But if you are a small fish and you spend over, the maximum you spend is 20 euro, we put the decoy offer on 40 euro, on the next step. We just wanted to upsell you with one more step. The result of this screen, up and down, 390% revenue increase versus the base, and this time there is no side effects. So we were happy about the results, but we have one question, not question, but we have one problem. Not all of the people were seeing this, the payment screen. So what we did is we gave our gifts only on payment screen. Wherever game you play, wherever task you finish, wherever quest you finish or login we gave a lot of rewards. We gave it on this screen. So right now 100% of our active players see these offers. The result is even better, 425% revenue increase versus the base. And this was our final solution. This was my first ending screen. I have even more tricks, but have no time, so send me an email and I will send you the presentation. There are a lot of improvements that actually there are additional 10 slides after this. So no time for questions, but I will be here for 2 days. So if you want to ask me something or if you want to have the presentation with the exact numbers and examples, just drop me a line and you will have it. Thank you for your time.